I woke up this morning and decided to do a sunrise meditation on something that hit me in the middle of the night, and that's acceptance. This is day 10 of the 21-day InnerBalance exercise. And I got to thinking, why acceptance? What is this about, and what's different with acceptance than what had been happening for the first 9 days of this journey? And there's a difference between acceptance and resignation. Acceptance is clarity. Acceptance is understanding that things are going on that you don't like. And resignation is when you just give up. So there's a big difference between the two. And acceptance is scary. It's scary on this journey because it says, yeah, these things are going on. One of my dearest friends, Storm Sestavani, taught me a lot about radical acceptance, that even though you don't like what's happening and it hurts and you want to deny that this is what's happening in your life, radical acceptance says, yes, this is going on, it sucks, and I need to move forward. And I'm halfway through the 21-day journey, and acceptance seems to be right about the right place because I felt a big shift over the last couple of days. Like, I'm finding a different level of balance, a different deepening of understanding what's happening, and a different peace. And let me tell you, I'm feeling it in my body. I'm on the tail end of this cold that I'm sure you can still hear. And different things in my body have not been pleased with me, like different muscle aches, which might be along with the cold, but just things not working the same way because part of me is resisting. The part that just wants to resign into a fate that I don't want. It just wants to give up. And so understanding the difference between acceptance and resignation is a big part of clarity on this journey. And I also started thinking, why 21 days? Why am I doing 21 days? Okay, why couldn't I just do like 7 days? Well, the reason why is because 21 days makes you go deeper. And it's that depth where you find new wisdom. You find a new way of being, where you really deal with the things that are keeping you out of balance. So I meditated this morning on what it is that I'm afraid to accept. And really, the list is long. So if you're joining me on this 21-day journey and you're in day 10 with me, think about the things that are too scary to accept. Why are you afraid of them? I started looking at the things that I'm afraid of, and it's not comfortable. And discomfort is where growth comes from. But yet, this new feeling of acceptance that I'm going to be okay, that I have to do work. But it's not a bad have to do work. It's I can't wait to do the work. I'm thinking about the things that I want to start now and the things that I want to do when I get back home, and really accepting that I have a different life, not just because my life changed, but because I've decided to have a different life and a different experience. And then there's the part of my self-care. I am looking forward to finding new and healthier ways for self-care, again, starting it today, because I'm accepting that I'm in a different place in my life. And we do this. We cycle through different layers and levels of our lives, whether it's a big change or a little change. When you're ready, you know it. And I'm ready, and I have some clarity. Today's journey is going to be writing about acceptance and meditating more on acceptance. Or maybe I should say pondering more on acceptance. The things that I was afraid to accept and the things that I'm excited about. And that brings me back again to the Justice card, which is about acceptance in many ways, not about judgment, but understanding that there are ways to stay in balance. And sometimes with the Justice card, you have to accept what life is right now before you can change it into something more amazing. So today, grab your anchor, whatever it is, the stone, charm, your favorite tea, your candle, and start thinking about what it is you're afraid to accept in your life. Write it out. Do a little meditation before, get grounded and centered in your body, and then just start writing out what you're ready to accept. This is the shadow work, and it's so worthy. And I'm wondering what tomorrow has in store for me. So I will see you all tomorrow.